Before we get started, I'm going to invite our tribal chair, Reyn, to just talk a little bit about the events that are going on this weekend. We're happy that this is the second year that the PAC's hosting our forum on the same weekend as the Veterans Powwow. And it's a really great opportunity for those of us that live outside of the area to come back and spend the weekend while also meeting the candidates. And so I'm going to ask Reyn if you could just talk a little bit about this summit that we're doing, I think, for the first time.
Fourth time.
It's the fourth time, okay. And the Veterans Powwow. Here you go.
Yeah, good morning. Down at the powwow grounds, for those who I don't know, a lot of you already know about, but we are doing our Veterans Powwow this weekend. Today they're wrapping up the summit, which they've been doing. It started yesterday. It's a lot about helping all of our veterans, our homeless veterans especially. We've had a lot of our staff down there helping with that. We did do one grand entry last night, and it was good. So hopefully the weather will hold out for us today. And for any veterans, I wish that you would come down and participate. I think we'll have a good turnout. We had a fairly good turnout last night. So we allow them to introduce. This year, we always pick a group that we recognize. Last year was Afghanistan, Iraq. This year, we will be recognizing all of our Vietnam veterans, which is 50 years ago, which seems like very few were there yesterday, but so I'd like to just let everybody know grand entry is at 1 o'clock. There is going to be, I got to go here in a little bit. They wrap up the summit at 11, and then I think there's going to be some bikers coming in. Yeah, John's got to go bless the bikes, so I don't know what time that's going to happen, but I hope people will come down. Hopefully our weather will be with us today. So.
Jack said blessing at bikes is at 11.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like there's quite a few things going on at 11. So. Okay.
Yeah, so it has to be in two places at once, it sounds like. And also before we started, I've asked John George to just give us a short invocation. So if we can all stand for a second. Key on the short, I guess. That was perfect. That was perfect.
It's a record.
So I'm gonna share a few points because we have some new candidates that have never participated in these forums today. So I want to give them the opportunity to understand what we're going to be launching into, and also talk to the audience a little bit about what Grand Ronde PAC is. So Grand Ronde PAC is a volunteer nonprofit organization that was formed about 6 or 7 years ago to try to increase the voter awareness and voter participation in our tribal elections. Many of you know that only about 40% on a high year of our eligible voters actually vote. And that is a real shame that 60% of our eligible voters decide not to participate in electing our tribal leadership. So one of the things the PAC does, or the main thing the PAC does, is we have these candidate forums that we then post to the internet so that folks that are outside of the area, that can't be here today, even in the area, can get a chance to meet the candidates and get to know them. The way we structure these is I'll lead off with a quick opening statement from the PAC, and then I'll hand it off to each of the candidates, and you guys will each get a minute to just do your own opening statement. And we'd like you to just describe why you're running, who you are, and try to keep it as concise as possible. Because we have 7 folks here, it can take some time if we get through there. And then what I'll do is I'll ask a first question from the PAC's perspective, and then we'll turn it over to the audience. And we'll ask you all to just stand up and ask a question. That question can be posed to an individual candidate, or it can be to the whole panel. Either way, if it's an individual candidate, I will give other candidates an opportunity to address the question as well. My role up here really is to try to make sure that everybody gets a fair amount of time to speak and be heard, and try to facilitate that. So that's really what it is. And then at the end of in about 2.5 hours, I'll be gauging the energy in the room. That's when we'll kind of call for a last question, and then we'll turn it over to the candidates for your closing statement. And again, about a minute as well there. So any questions at all about the format and how we're going to go about this? To be clear, those of you that are here, you're giving consent to have your video and picture posted on the internet for the whole world to see. Usually that shows up in about a week's time. We start posting the segments of the session. Any questions from the candidates or from the audience? Yeah, go ahead, Lisa.
Not so much a question, but I did want to make a statement that I am part of the closing today at 11 o'clock, so I will be needing to leave here at 11:45. And if that completes early enough, I will come back and finish, but I did want to be rude and wanted to let you know why I'm leaving here.
Yeah, so Lisa informed me, and I believe Penny as well, are going to sneak away during the forum to go to the events that Reyn was describing, and they'll try to make it back in time to participate again. And so what I may try to do is give them a little bit more time up front while they're here to compensate for that. We'll see that time goes really fast here. You'll see 2 hours will go by and we've only had like 5 questions. So it goes, time flies by. So any other questions before we launch in? Yeah, go ahead, John.
It's for me being part of the candidate too, and I didn't know, I guess out of respect for everybody up there, I didn't know that you could put a sign up on there. No respect to Monty, but I think, is it fair to all the other candidates that didn't get to bring a sign, or could say we could bring a sign, or
whatever? So in years past, we've allowed people to bring their stuff and have it here. And so he asked for permission, and I said, yeah, that's no problem. So if other candidates want to grab signs and bring them up, or have your flyers or anything, that is completely, we don't mind. This is an opportunity for you all to shine in front of the membership, and so that's, we don't have any rules around campaigning, I guess. This is a campaign, so we expect you guys to campaign and make your case to top of order.
It is a nice sign.
So at the next 2 forums, so we have forum next weekend in Portland and the following week in Eugene. I encourage you all to bring your materials to have here. Sorry that wasn't clear ahead of time, and if folks feel disadvantaged with that. This is as transparent and open as possible, so there are very little rules around what questions can be asked and all that. I will try to keep it respectful though, so if something is out of bounds, I will step in. But again, this is an opportunity for membership to meet you all and for you all to shine in front of the membership who want to elect qualified, capable leaders. Any other quick questions? Okay. If not, so the other thing that I want to know on the PAC is the opening statement. So the PAC, because we're volunteer and we're nonprofit, the way we fund the rental of this facility, the food, and all the things that we do, including a mailing for the 3 candidates that are selected at the end, is by raising money. And the way we raise money is every Oregonian has a $50 credit that you use or lose every year. So if you don't use that $50 credit, you don't get it on your taxes. But if you use $50 and donate it to a PAC, you get $50 back on your tax statement. So it's a free $50 that everybody in Oregon has. And so we collect that typically from about 100, anywhere from 60 to 100 members every year, and that's how we then pay for the very expensive mailings that it costs a candidate, which is upwards of $1,500 to do a single mailing to all the folks. So that's what we're here to help kind of ease the burden of running a campaign as well. Okay, so with that, I'm going to turn it over to our candidates.
Good morning, everybody. Penny Deloe. My roll number is 1504. My mother is Val Grout, a past council member. One of the reasons that I'm running is for many years, as I watched Mom on council, I always thought, someday I want to do that when she's done. And this to me is the right time. I've worked for the tribe for 22 years. I've worked in different departments. I understand how the organization runs. So I think that I would be an asset to council for that reason. Council is a tough job, I know that. I've sat with Mom many a times watching her not be popular or being very popular. But also out of respect for my ancestors, the ones that suffered, is another reason that I'm running, so that I can respect them for what they went through and give an opportunity to give back to the tribe.
Hi, I'm Denise Harvey, and I'm up for re-election. I will tell you, I've worked for the tribe since 2002. My first term on council, I was very well prepared. I felt working for the organization. I understood the policies, procedures, I understood the operations. But it was pretty enlightening once I got on council. Things were a little bit different than I had anticipated, but I remained strong, independent, I really base my decisions and who I am on my integrity and my honesty and fairness and equality to all members. I want to be an independent thinker, an objective thinker, and I think it's really important that you have council members that we all have weaknesses and we all have strengths. And how we balance out those strengths at the table and work for the best of all the people in our tribe is really what's important. So it's not whether I like an individual or dislike an individual. I really look at what do they bring to the table and how they make decisions and how do they justify those decisions. So I hope that I have your support again. I look forward to another 3 years on Tribal Council, and thank you for all of you that have supported me in the past.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Kathleen George. I have worked for our tribe for 11 years, and I've taken the opportunity to work for other tribes. I've worked for tribes for 20 years throughout my career. And in doing so, I've seen a lot of tribal initiatives that were successful. This tribe has so much to be proud of. We have accomplished so much, and I'm very proud of the services we're able to bring to our membership, take care of our elders and our children and our most vulnerable. And at the same time, we face a lot of challenges right now too. We know we have a very divided membership, and I think we need a leadership that will work together to try to heal our tribe and move forward. I'd be honored to be considered for Tribal Council. I think I bring a lot of skills to the table. I've worked in government, intergovernmental relations for many years. I'm very experienced on helping tribes accomplish their goals at the state and national level. I'm somebody who's accomplished with, managing a multi-million-dollar budget, managing executives. And I think in a lot of ways, your votes, you're looking to hire the folks who can really move our tribe forward. We have a lot of challenges coming up. We have to respond to new casino competition, to our primary economic engine, our casino. And we need to create new revenue sources. And so I think I bring some skills and experience to the table that would really help our tribe move forward. And so I would be honored for your consideration for Tribal Council. Thank you.
Monty, Herron, roll number 2165. Some of you might not know me, because I've managed to maintain a pretty low profile the last few years, but I am the great-great-grandson of Tilmer and David Leno, and my great-grandparents were Lizzie Leno and Paul Buffalo Lafferty. My grandmother was Margaret Maccabee. If you spent any time out here, she managed the Bonanza restaurant for almost 20 years for Carl and Mabel Anderson, so all the pies and great cinnamon rolls and stuff she baked herself every day. But I'm coming to you to humbly ask you for your votes as somebody who I think is uniquely suited for this position. As Kathleen said, we're facing a number of new challenges, and that means we need some new forward-thinking individuals, people who have skills to bring people to the table, to talk, to move us forward, and heal some of the divide that's occurring. If I'm being honest, I look around our tribe now, and it's like watching the Democrats and the Republicans duke it out. And we need to knock that off and remember that we're one tribe. We are one tribe of people. So we need to move forward in a smart manner. I too have actually worked for the tribe for a number of years. I started when the casino first opened as a security officer at EMT. I later worked as the Secretary of Social Services. I've spent the last 6 years working on Native American issues in Portland, in conjunction with Portland State, where I've completed my master's degree in addition to a double bachelor's. I've worked for Fortune 500 companies, and now I am really blessed. I've had so many blessings from this tribe, and I want to pay that forward. I want to give back to this tribe that's given me so much. And I see that as this is a really great opportunity for me to be able to do that, to put all of that to work. So I've been working with the PSU Board of Trustees, I work with the President's Office, worked with the Oregon State Legislature, so I'm ready to put those skills to work for the tribe.
Good morning. My name is Michael Langley, roll number 1335, and it's tough when you go fifth down the line because people are saying a lot of the same things that you're going to say. But it's true, I think everybody brings their own skills to the table, and that's one of the reasons why I'm running, is I think I also bring some skills that are needed at this time. I've been working at the casino for the last 7 years in internal audit. I've learned a lot in that time. One of the things that is apparent to everybody, I'm not revealing anything, is the biggest risk to our casino is this Cowlitz tribe. So their casino is going to be here, and we need to start having a strategic plan that is all going to address any hits we take on our revenue and how we're going to make that up. What I bring to that table is an independent and objective analysis. I think that in order to be a successful internal auditor, you naturally have to be able to bring people to the table and have a conversation, and that's something that I've been able to do at the casino. I think that will serve our tribe well, and as far as my own aspirations, I've always been involved, whether it was in grade school and student government all the way through high school, college. It's something that I've just always enjoyed being as a leader. I was the captain of our baseball team as a sophomore, so I think that shows you that I have the ability to bring people together, even though I was pretty young to be talking to those seniors. I'll do my best. I think you'll never find me talking bad about people. I will always try and bring out the best in everybody, and I hope that you will vote for me.
Good morning.
Thank you.
My name is Lisa Leno. I am the daughter of Dave and Lynn Leno, the granddaughter. My paternal grandparents are Arnold and Maxine McKnight Leno, and the great-granddaughter of Dave and Emma Leno and Thomas and Elvira McKnight. I have a fairly long history working for the tribe, over 20 years. I've had the privilege to implement and develop our tribal preschool Head Start program, our youth education, and currently am the manager for our tribal youth prevention programs. I've served on state advisory boards for Oregon, Oregon Youth Authority, Oregon Health Authority, and Commission of Children and Families. I've had the honor and pleasure of being in our community, working with our people, seeing our resources and services grow. If given the opportunity to serve as a tribal council member, I look forward to being able to build on the vision and to ensure that our community continues to thrive. I believe in order to have a strong and healthy community, we must continue to focus on the areas of education, housing, health, economic development, culture, and history. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Jackie Many Heights, and it's nice to see everyone here today. I believe in my tribe. I'm very passionate about the past, and I have concerns about the direction that we're heading. And I too, it's hard to follow everybody with saying something a little bit different. But I'm a strong person. I've worked at Chemawa Indian Health Center before our tribe was restored. I worked there 10 plus years. Started as a receptionist, and then I was head of the medical records department and a couple other areas or positions. Then I came to work for our tribe, and I've worked here 9 plus years. I started in the contract health, and I worked in reception, and then I became a medical secretary. And during this time, I had been working on my dream or my goal to become an x-ray technician. I did achieve that. My education is mostly all in the health field. When I started going to school, we weren't restored. So it was up to me and my parents, and I did some on-the-job training, and I'm just grateful and thankful for the people that believed in me and helped me achieve my goal. And I'm not working anymore because I did have an accident, and I have rods in my back, and that, it slows me down a little bit, but I can still think with a clear head. People that know me, I'm a compassionate, spiritual, and traditional person. I think those areas need to be brought out more in our tribe. We're real political, which running for council, that is. And I try to stay neutral and make good decisions. I too believe in, you know, the 5 areas that were mentioned: health, education, housing. They were a needs assessment done way back before we were restored. But I believe if you do the same survey, those are going to be the same top topics. So we need to, I'm proud of our tribe, but I think as a tribe we can become much more. And I thank you for your support, and I ask you for your vote for this upcoming election. Thank you.